Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hands Mah Jongg readings. This reading will be for my air signs, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for the upcoming week of June 17th, 2019, Sagittarius full moon. So we have completions, joy, happiness, all those things, but also drastic change. I feel like with Jupiter being retrograde, of course there could be some snags in things that you're working on, particularly things that you are working on to bring you success, but I also feel like something drastic is about to happen. That's just my own little 2 cents. What are the major themes for my air signs for the week of June 17th, 2019, please? Yeah, that's my own little tidbit. That's just what I've been getting from the energy. Ooh, they came out at the same time. Oh, an orchid. Oh, a guardian. Okay. Air signs. Okay, so the first card that came out is the orchid. First of all, angel number, oh my gosh, angel number 33, y'all. It's got to be angel number 33. Look that up. Because we have the 2 and the 1, then we have 33. Those are all threes. Again, the message is resounding and repetitive. So you got the orchid, right? Talking about striving for extravagance, living for greatness, right? Doing the best, always going after the things that delight you and the things that push you to be better, right? Never settling for less. But it comes with the center card. So the center is about success. It could be about love, romance, everything being right on target. 33, creativity, joy, the number of the ascended masters. Now, because we have the orchid with this card, I already told you there could be some issues with projects that you're working on or romantic snags, because the arrow is on the target, but with the orchid, right, there's issues with that, but that we anticipate that because Jupiter is retrograde. The solution is just saying keep striving for the best, right? Keep striving for the best, keep putting your best foot forward. That came up in another reading as well. Issues that come up, obstacles that are they're cosmic, y'all. I mean, it's nothing to stress over, right? You expect them. Just keep on striving for it. Keep on refining yourself. Keep on living for greatness. 2 bamboo duck. This is about partnerships. What kind of partnerships? I don't know. I'm not even going to speak on it yet until I get the clarification, because I don't want to. 1 bamboo peacock. So she's about maturity. She's about wealth, extravagance. Success now, but with setbacks later. Look at everything that she's accomplished, right? Look at everything that she's accomplished. She has done all this in her environment, but now it's time for her to look at herself. And remember, full moons are about completions. So there could be mental things, emotional patterns that need to be brought to completion. Because look, you've already manifested these outward things, and now it's like, okay, the last thing to focus on is the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, the person in the mirror, right? Yeah, I think it's interesting with this duck card. Let's clarify the center. Okay, 9 circle unicorn. So this card is about listening to your intuition, being honest with yourself, being unique, right? Unicorns are rare. Being joyful too. I get this. Now it hasn't escaped me the fact that this is a 9 and we're talking about full moons and completions, but this is saying be completely who you are. Stand tall in your truth. You got the North card. So again, this is all coming from the center, the snags. When you're honest with yourself, remember I told you to keep striving for the highest standards anyway, keep going for the gold. When you're honest with yourself, then all of that's going to fall into place anyway. So with the North, again, this came up, I believe, with Sagittarius. Isolate yourself. This full moon is not one of just like frolicking and happiness and joy, and this is not, to me, like a put yourself out there full moon. I think this is a full moon like a let divine downloads come, let information come to you, right? Don't let snags kind of throw off your whole mental. You see what I'm saying? Because look, these mountains can look like, oh my gosh, there's no way to get over them, right? But somebody built a house there. So obviously this environment, it looks like it's just impossible. It's hospitable because a person is obviously living there. Even though this is cold and north represents things not really going your way, right? There are bridges that can be built, even if, despite the environment. There is water flowing despite everything else being frozen. So just be positive, be optimistic, particularly in relationships and partnerships. Then you got the 4 circles jade. This is about working hard, stability in your money, getting to the nitty gritty, right? Doing what you need to do. Again, living for greatness. Working on it though. It's going to take work. It takes effort. But knowing that eventually your efforts will be rewarded. Everything will pan out, right? You don't have to worry about that. Because look, Peacock, she's already manifesting. Things are already being manifested, y'all. They already are. Okay, let's clarify the duck. Okay, that was nice and confusing. But then we have the little woosah card in between. So, let's see. So you got the 8 wine knot. So this card is about like tying or untying. Again, remember 8, it's a karmic number. The fact that we have the sword in the same spread usually means cutting away something, cutting away bad karma. Bam, there you go. But also, this is underneath the unicorn card, right? Being honest with yourself. Doing away with the lies, doing away with the things that don't serve you, and just being like, okay, I don't like this, I do like this. Bringing that to completion and being okay with it, right? Particularly when it comes to partnerships. But then we got the blank card. So I feel like that's just saying, like, even, I know this is a conflicting message. Don't be mad, but this is what it can be. And I thought this too when I first pulled this card. It could be tying a knot too. So for some people, it could be strengthening a bond in a partnership, right? It could be both. Because then we got this blank card where, like, that's that. And then making a sacrifice. Aha, there it is. Okay, yep. So making a sacrifice. 2 wine sword is about sacrificing, right? So tying something together, tying together a partnership, but then be really willing and ready to make a sacrifice, right, as a result. So it's kind of like when you start a new project or a new venture or something else with somebody else, and then it's like all fine and dandy. It's like, it comes with its own set of obstacles. It comes, there's sacrifices that have to be made. Even if it's like you living with somebody or something like that, and you're excited, you're like, oh, I wanted to do this, but then it's like, dang, now I gotta sleep with the light on. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So let's clarify the peacock card. Ooh, 2 north cards in the same reading. Okay. So you got peacock yourself. I knew that with this mirror and her looking around at the environment but not looking at the mirror at herself. So it's a time of self-reflection, of going in inside, right? Internal work, but for yourself. Kind of doing some clearings and things like that, letting go of things that no longer serve you, that no longer serve you, and kind of just focusing on yourself. And then you got the 7 circles insect, right? 7 circles insect. So this is about motion, action. Again, it's a partnership type situation because there are 2 insects here, right? One has a higher view of things and one has a lower view, right? But in tandem, they get stuff done. So this insect is like, I got everything covered. I can tell you if we have enemies approaching, I can tell you what's on the horizon, right? Whereas the insect at the bottom is like, okay, I can tell you what the ground looks like. I can tell you, you know, what the conditions are down here. So I feel like for this, particularly if, as it comes to money, like, it could be, y'all could be dealing with a partnership with money. You could be coming together with somebody to grind, and it's a beautiful partnership, right? It's gonna be busy. A spiritual partnership too, because it's the number 7, and it just works. It just works. The last card of the spread is the North card. And again, I just feel like this is more about isolation. Sacrificing having to be made that could cause some distress, of course. But I feel like this is just really about isolation. Like, this is about getting the downloads that you need to, kind of getting your mind right. Because look, we also have the unicorn, right? About being honest with yourself, being brave, being bold, standing out. But knowing that in order for you to do that, you have to take time to yourself. You got to retreat, right? Retreat so that you can understand, get a better understanding, remember, of your environment, of yourself, because you're doing a lot of internal work, right? And only then, after you get this better understanding of what you want, who you are, right, and what you want from your environment, can you put that information toward this partnership situation. Otherwise, you can't know that, right? It's like dealing with somebody before you know yourself. It don't work. So, and keep striving for the best, right? Keep going for it. Keep going for it. Okay, so we're going to start with Aquarius this week. I just saw 11/11. Okay, Aquarius. So how does a general reading relate to my Aquarians? 7 circles and 6. All right, angel number 16. Look that up, Aquarius. See if that resonates. I feel like a partnership. I feel like for you, Aquarius, this is a partnership, a divine spiritual partnership that's going to yield you money. Like it's a business partnership that is like a match made in heaven, right? Y'all coming together and y'all getting stuff done, and it works. It just works. With the number 6 too, that's all about possibility, bringing things to fruition, creativity even, right? Because 6 reduces to 3, and the 3 is the number of creativity, joy, happiness, right next to the 1, which is all about taking charge, taking initiative, as above, so below, right? Allowing the divine to help you. So let the divine help you in this new project, this new partnership that you have going. It will be fruitful. It will be fruitful, Aquarius. Next up, we're going to do Libra. Right, Libra. Nothing. 3 circles, Phoenix. All right, Libra. Angel number 12. Look that up and see if that resonates with you. So 3 circles, Phoenix. This is about rising from the ashes, Libra. Right? Remember I told you, okay. Remember I told you to retreat, that this is a full moon of getting downloads, kind of stop and start reevaluating things. Not because you did anything wrong, but because that's just what the cosmic energies call for, with Jupiter being retrograde. But the Phoenix rises, it shines, right? The Phoenix is happy. The Phoenix is divinely creative. The Phoenix does not allow anything to keep it back. Remember I told you that. I told you to keep striving for the best, right? That was the first card out of the spread. Keep striving for the best. Don't let the north situations kind of keep you down or keep you distracted. No. That's all par for the course for a Phoenix, right? The Phoenix is literally used to that. It's used to having to burn so that it can rise. And every time it comes back, it's even better every single time. But it has to burn in order to do that. So your burning, your purging is coming as a result of these north moments, right? These moments of isolation and these divine downloads where you get the information that you need and you listen to your heart, your intuition, so that you can be happy. Because that's the only way it's going to work. Sometimes things in your surroundings can be misleading, or they can kind of trick you or confuse you, throw you off course, and you ain't listening to your intuition. Last but not least, Gemini. 2 wine sword. Angel number 20. Look that up, Gemini. See if that resonates with you. Okay, so remember we talked about sacrificing. You have to be willing and ready to make a sacrifice. Again, particularly as it comes to some type of relationship, because there are 2 things here. There are 2 things. Now this card, the literal meaning is saying there could be some issues trying to make 2 things out of 1, right? But here I feel like this is, he had to separate them, right? He had to do that. So this is a sacrifice that you have to make in this partnership in order for you to strive for your highest standards. This came up in another reading too, where it was like, okay, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. I think it was fire signs. In order to get what you want, something has to be cut out. So this is just saying, be willing to make a sacrifice. Be willing to do away with relationships, partnerships. Like I said, even a way of thinking. Gemini, this is 2 people. This is you. This is internal. You're going to have to cut away at all of the things that no longer serve you. This is the week. This is the time to release it during this full moon, right? These two people, these two minds, you got to make a decision. Choose a path, a course, and just go with it. Charge, Gemini, charge. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Peace out.